Okay, hey there. So this is week 2, part 2, and this is our grammar instruction. I would always take notes. It's always helpful to know what we're looking at. And really all we're looking at today is verb tense and active voice. So verb tense, the big 3. There's actually 12, but let's just look at 3 for now. So whenever you write a verb, is it in the past tense, present tense, or future? So before, during, or after. Let's go ahead and look at past tense. So past tense means that you are a verb describing the past. Who would have thought of that? Pretty awesome. So some examples of past tense verbs. It smelled like updog in there. In my past life, I was a sloth. And then he fought the bald eagle and lost. Just some quick examples of looking at past tense. Pretty self-explanatory. Present tense. And that is a verb that's describing an action that's currently happening or happens on the regular. So why is he yelling at Baby Yoda? Yelling, it's currently happening. She is swimming as fast as a shark. So a person is swimming at that moment. It's not in the past tense. Not she was swimming or she is going to swim. I run every weekend. So that's something that's regular. So I run every weekend. And then another example for something that is a regular occurrence is medieval peasants bathe once a month. And then I have Master Oogway that had his whole little quote from Kung Fu Panda about how great current times are. That's why they're always called a present. But yeah, let's get going. Future tense. Again, it's a verb that describes an action that's going to happen in the future. And it could be ongoing or at a specific time. So I will complete the work by 5 p.m. tomorrow. Shall I join you for dinner? So shall I is saying, like, will I join you? They are looking for Sasquatch tonight. She is going to walk on the moon. So again, it's describing something that is going to happen or it's going to happen at a specific time. Practice. I have some questions input in the slideshow. We're not going to do that because it gives an answer anyway. So I would always encourage you to use it. It's pretty quick and it will help you with your assignment later on in the week 2, part 2 assignment. If you want to go even into more in depth, there's another link that I've provided as well. Let's go ahead and look at active voice versus passive voice. So active voice is when the subject performs the verb's action. So active is like being present. So you're having a subject performing the verb. So the dog ate the math homework. So the dog is the subject and it is doing the eating. So it is doing the verb. The cow jumped over the moon. The cow, subject, is doing the jumping, the verb. And then finally, another example is gorillas adore the Empire State Building. Gorillas, subject, is doing the adoring, verb. And then passive voice is when the subject is acted on by the verb. So an example is, so they're all the same examples, but we're just changing it into a passive voice. The homework was eaten by the dog. So homework subject, eaten. The cow was jumped over, or the moon was jumped over by the cow. The moon subject is being jumped on, verb. And then the Empire State Building is adored by gorillas. So usually they're a little bit longer and it's not as concise and it's not as direct and it doesn't show as much action. It's not as present. So the question is, should you use active or passive voice? And I would say try as much as possible to use active. It's shorter most of the time, So there's an acronym called KISS, keep it short and simple. It's the most concise or clear. And a lot of people use a passive voice because they think that you're writing more, so you sound smarter, but it just feels like you're not getting to the point and you don't know how to choose your words wisely. So whenever you're looking at that, especially for this year, when you're editing a paper, start looking to see if you're writing in an active or passive voice. And again, I have some practice that will help you with the assignment later on the page. And then if you want to have some more practice, there's links right here on the slideshow. That was it for grammar. Hopefully I'll see you soon for paragraph structure.